boom, 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 boom. Sound. Let's go to 75. So we don't kill our eardrums. Controls. Looks about the same. Key bindings. We all know. Gameplay. Combat. Normal. Auto level up. Off. Squad power usage. On. Subtitles. On. Auto save. Sure. On. Keep it all. Good enough. Looks good. So, again. Import. Yes! Yep. Midnight Shepherd. Rank. Oh. Shit. I don't know what it did. Hold on. Hold on. Restart this, because I don't know what the hell happened. Try this again. Totally effed it up. Had. No! God damn it. Man, I am just screwing up everything today.
Can't have a dog. Honey, you can't show a child a puppy and then take it away 2 minutes later. I didn't show a child a puppy. It's obviously lost. Occupy the kids. I'll run it back to the pound. Oh, no way. The owner doesn't claim it'll be destroyed. If we keep it, the house will be destroyed. It's just a dog. Millions of people have dogs. Oh, no, not people like me. Dogs sniff, they lick, they chew, they drool, they scratch. Alice, they have parasites. Oh.
Man. Eventually I might get this to work without fucking it up. Alright, Mass Effect 2. Start. Oh, and I remember changing this gameplay. Just make sure I get good.
Not sleeping in anyone's room. No, just listen to me. We are people here. We
Oh.
are goldfish people.
Sentinel, Paragon Commander Shepard followed the Paragon path. Rex survived the mission in Vermar. Ashley was killed. Council was saved by during the attack on Citadel. Commander Shepard recommended for a seat in Council.
I've decided.
Ah, it was It's like a feedback of what I did in my past game. Get it? I figured it out. Let's go.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
Oh, yeah.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished.
Whoa.
But
Cerberus?
They'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
1 month after the devastating Geth attack at Citadel, the Galactical Commander struggles to rebuild. The Alliance fleet made a tremendous sacrifice to save the Citadel Council and earn the community membership, and now the Council is forced to respond to evidence. Reapers, enormous machines that eradicate all organic civilizations, blah blah blah. If you missed it, you'll have to read it yourself. Sorry. Ooh, it looks gorgeous. Look at the gorgeousness.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Uh-oh.
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
I hate that one.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
They'll be here. They damn well better.
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
There's no time there.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttle. I'll take care of Joker.
Shepard,
Liara, go. Now.
aye aye. Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Oh, shitty bang bang right there. It looks rough. The ship looks so battered and tethered. Let's go!
Mayday! 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 This is SSB Normandy! We've suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy. Come on, baby, hold together. Hold together.
Oh my, this looks nice. So I've never played this one. I played all of the other ones. I played a little bit of the first one. But that's about all. I remember getting through some of the beginning, but this I've not played at all. So
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack. Watch the arm.
I'm dead. First 5 minutes of this game over. Show's over, guys. Well, that was Mass Effect 2. Beautiful game. A really, really... Yep, I'm dying. I did really good. The game was really good. I enjoyed as much as I saw of it. Alright, Mass Effect Genesis is an interactive comic that summarizes events of Mass Effect. Would you like to review the story so far? Sure, why not? We've already played it, but why not?
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen.
Yeah.
Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat, as was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently she'd felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. Finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead. Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves. Mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Ash was a good friend, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Caden. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. But Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Ash's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other, and it was perfect. While it lasted. We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, The battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
That's neat, though. I like the art style of all that. That was really cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was very neat. I really like that whole setup. I mean, it tells the story pretty clear.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Lazarus? Miranda? Who the hell's Miranda? Are they bringing me back to life? What the hell? Yeah. Man, they look ugly. We'll accept it. Oh, we can do different things again. Let's change it up. Let's change it up. What were we last time? I think we were Adept? Oh, no, we were Sentinel, I think. Alright, so we got Soldier, high-level operative outfit. Process allows them to focus on targets with lethal accuracy. Infiltrators, Vanguard, Sentinel, Adapt, and Engineer. So, I'm thinking Adapt. Outfit with L5X implants that spawn a micro singularity, damaging enemies, pulling them into the air. Power training, weapon training, heavy pistol, submission, machine gun. Adapts are biotic specialist, capable of disabling and killing enemies with raw biotic power. While they lack advanced combat training, they are best at defeating enemies without firing a shot. Let's do it. We'll do Adapt. I think we're gonna do Adapt. Yeah, we're gonna do Adapt. Alright, the name, colonist. We'll keep everything here, obviously. Once you confirm the character incomplete, you will unable to change any settings. That's okay. Don't need anything else. Keep them as basically the same. We might change.
Something's wrong. He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, Don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts.
What are you doing?
Scout's pushing into the red zone.
All right, I'll be right there.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
This must be Beethoven.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a medbay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those can keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving, we need the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Warning, hostile force using non-standard ammunition.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. Bet she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Coming! Get over here! Shit! What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Firing.
Got it.
Move my shield!
Get over here! That's it. Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting. At us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
They've seen us.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably...
Oh, God. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh, God. I'm hit!
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Medi-gel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Medi-gel from the first aid station on the wall. Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, hmm? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... Overload the canister.
Mechs don't know when to quit.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down, but this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I wiped out my share of Cerberus projects when I was a Spectre. Back then, they were trying to kill me. Why the change of heart?
Those answers are way above my pay grade. But basically, things change. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now, we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man? Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
Well, if I won't get any more answers here, let's get moving.
It's not much farther to the shuttle bay.
We've been spotted.
All mine! Get over here! Drop them!
Excuse me.
Subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a colony kid. Lost your parents when slavers hit Mindwar. You enlisted and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
I lost a lot of friends that day. Going through something like that changes you. It can break you if you let it.
I read the report. 50 Marines died in a cruise. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Ash gave her life for the rest of the team. Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough. The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
And what exactly is it that you and I know?
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think. That one man, one very specific man, might be all that stands between humanity and the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the
Hundreds of
galaxy.
thousands. Nobody's paying attention. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No. The elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just agreed to work with him. I still don't trust him.
Do you trust me, Commander?
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the wrong people.
Maybe. But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. But there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council, but nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappeared. And we've got no target to go after.
It's not boring. I finished the first one a couple weeks ago. Have you played them?
This guy does too much.
Oh wow! So I've never played them. Yeah, I played a little bit of the first one when it first came out. I bought them all, planned to play them all, but I never did. And so the Legendary Edition came out, and I was fucking like dying to play it, so I just bought it and picked it up. Played the first one. I beat that one a couple weeks ago, and now I'm playing the second one now.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
Yep.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
Oh, shitty. Brady went to Brewfest. So I don't know if he's coming back, when he's coming back or not.
Whoa, this monster's cool. And her blasters? You kidding me?
It's all dark.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
This game is so much better looking than the first one. Like, the difference in graphic is crazy. It just blows my mind how much of a difference it is.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
Were they really that long? You're probably right. I don't know. But I played the first one. And the graphics wasn't. I mean, the Legendary upgraded quite a bit. But all of a sudden, I was like, damn. I'm playing this one, and it's like, yeah, good.
Strange. Security systems are disabled.
Yeah, I'm playing Mass Effect 2 right now. Yep.
No!
Enemy down! Yes!
You're all right!
Oh, this fucking dog! Look at this dog. Ow. Still pretty good, pretty big difference. Oh shit! Did I fuck that up? Can I not do it now? Damn it! Fucking flies. You must die. Ooh, I have squad points. Squad points!
Hear that? Sounds like Cerberus specs.
Strange. Things were disabled. Watch out! Shoot them before they take out the shield.
Got him! Target down!
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
We're not alone. But we have geniuses like you. I've always wanted to play it in the past, and then I saw it came out, the Legendary, and then I was listening to some podcasts talking about it, and I'm like, you know what? I've always wanted to play it, so let's play it.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait.
Tali?
Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... You're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I'm not working for them.
Cerberus rebuilt me, but I'm not taking their orders. We can discuss the specifics once I know why you're here.
One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vitor. We came to find him.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head
Badass.
for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
She's badass.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
Okay.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Sounds like a plan.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Miranda, if you want to fucking hang with me, I suggest you keep your fucking face, your comments, your stupidity to yourself.
Squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
I'm not a fan of your stupid comments. Just keep it to your fucking self. Oh. Well, you think you're just fucking all Danny and sneaky. I never would have noticed you were there until, well, you see, you were dead. Start bypass. Alright. Boom, boom. Oh, those are the connections. Is it only money? It seems to be only money. So there is no loot in this game anymore. That is gonna be a kind of a downfall to this game, in my opinion.
Use overload on him.
I don't want to.
No shield.
Yes!
Use target down. Target down.
There we go!
Shepard, Prada and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch them.
Oh, fancy. I didn't know they did that. It does nothing. Just only things.
We're inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vito first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Move it. Got it.
Taking cover!
We'll go if you're gonna go.
Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
I got real nasty.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down. Overload, take out that shield. Try to overload that shield.
Okay, so that does nothing. So they've done more on the weapon. It was a action game more than a RPG. Seems. I don't know how I feel about that. Gameplay still is good. That I will have to agree. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn. Access denied. Access denied. Access denied. No, it's not. I will load and try again. I haven't done anything. Stop yelling at me. God, women. Alright, so bullets seem to be some reason why they're here. Open.
I'll take it.
Heavy weapon ammo. So it's just... Yeah, it seems like they definitely went into the... Tolly. There's Tolly.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard.
Okay.
He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Alright. Thank you. You're so nice, Tali. You're the best. This is why you are my fave. One of my favorite characters.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No, 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 no.
Vitor?
No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find it. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. Mechs will protect. Swarms coming. You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
Why didn't the colonists fight back, Vitor? What happened?
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
What's a collector?
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you. Then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his envirosuit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
Here goes with Tali.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
So a new enemy. Not Geth. It's collectors.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vidor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
Her friends pay off.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the collectors are behind the abductions.
Who are they?
Tell me what you know about these collectors.
They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and work groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
Can't do it alone.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Caden Alenko?
He's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. His file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Look, fuck you. I choose.
I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, Head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's
Joker!
you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the elusive man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
Ooh, Normandy ship? Replica?
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
Guess we'll have to give her a name.
We got it, Normandy again. Dude, that looked like a dope. Look dope. Dope as fuck.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Huh. Alright, he's, yep, I already know that. Pretty much the same as the first one. Use your private terminals to get status updates on your squad. Okay. Select weapons for your squad from your armory. Okay. Didn't seem like I was picking up loot, so I don't even know what I'm picking from. Use the elevator to access Normandy's other decks. Okay. Oh, captains go to the personal cabin to customize your appearance. Okay. Acquire professor to research your upgrades for squad. Oh, squad's equipment. Okay. Alright, let's check out some of these things. Private terminal. Team status. Oh my god, there's so many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 of them. There's 12 of them! Damn. Yeah, because 1, 2. So feed. Dr. Morden Solace. Archangel? Who the hell's Archangel? The Warlord? Master Thief? And Jack. The Convict. Okay. There's 12 of them. Alright. Oh, you can change the looks. Okay. Upgrades. About upgrades. Don't have any hundred messages. Wait. Oh. Off chance the rumors are true and you're actually alive, I need you to come and talk to me instead. Oh, a lot has changed the last 2 years. You put me in the council and it's only fair that you allow to speak for yourself. Okay. Project Firewalker, blah 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 blah. Okay. Alright. God damn, you stupid fly. I killed one of you. ED. Okay. So basically, he gets shotgun pistols, she gets a machine pistol and a heavy pistol. That's right. Hey, Jacob. What's up, Jacob? Bye, Jacob.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk. And you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
It's good to hear a clear opinion. Sounds like we're two of a kind.
That honors me more than you, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
I do. Be awesome. Alright, we got that. What's this? ED. Okay, ED. I want to talk to ED. Open door.
A scientist is required to use the technical laboratory.
Fuck off, ED. Don't tell me what to do.
Welcome aboard. I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
So you make sure the crew's mental health is
therapist.
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
What do you think about Cerberus?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Yes, I will.
We will.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Jesus, what a tease.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Maybe let's talk about my bed.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Oh, we will. Oh, we will.
Quickly!
Alright, anybody else to talk to? We definitely want to talk to fucking...
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
I love Joker. He's fucking on it. Give me the remote, buddy, and I will get you your show.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you were such a downer.
Fucking Joker. Wanna watch this?
No. On JJ.
You wanna watch this?
No, on JJ.
How about just pick something when I find one, dude. I don't have time. This?
No.
Okay. This?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Where's your show?
I don't think it is. I think it's PJ.
Huh?
I don't know what it is. Alright, squad, what do I got? Ooh, I got 2 points. We're gonna put it on singularity. Oh, we got pulled too. Oh, this game. But I'm still seeing that we're not, it doesn't look like we get loot, so I'm wondering if they got rid of basically the RPG side of this game and put it as more of an action, as a shooter. And that right there will destroy the game for me. Let's go down. Oh my, captain's cabin. Let's go to my captain's cabin. Check out my room. Let's check out my crib. Window. Oh, that's my crib. Oh, look, it's fishies. It's got little fishies. Oh, view. Oh. Oh, look at that. It's pretty cool. Achievements. Personal. Oh, that's the upgrade shit. Okay, what's this? Anything over here? Ooh, select music. Damn it. I'm jamming. Armor, casual. Good, we're good. Cribs look cool. All right. I like the elevator scene already because it's faster. You don't get into it and watch it up. You actually, it takes time. It's pretty cool. I like. Let's go over here. Anybody up here?
Chef surprise again. Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
What's this area of the ship?
The sick bay. It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
Is that
Shepard. I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Why are you here?
Shot. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Cerberus ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Nope, you're important to me. You are badass.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
This is why I love her.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
God, I love her.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Oh, I'm glad to have her back. That is awesome. So we got
Access to the AI core is restricted.
Don't fucking tell me it's restricted. It's my ship. I really don't like this ship. It's fancier, but it's also bitching.
A gunnery officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
Don't fucking tell me how to live my life. I'll cut you down.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. As Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
You have everything you need.
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
How can I help?
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
Give me the list.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This
gross.
ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
Oh my god, you are ridiculous.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help. Be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
This used to be weird. Oh, it's Miranda's desk. In her bed. Ooh, she's got a bed. But I don't like her, so.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard.
I always do.
No pressure.
Amazing.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not
Are you
most
eating
of you
that?
already know. Even I
No.
don't have access to most of his background.
Do not
And
eat
you've
that.
seen more
That
of
will
him than
make
most
you
ever
sick.
do. It's rare for him to become
Okay?
directly involved in missions. But
Don't
you're
eat
something
that.
special.
Make your tummy
Whatever else
hurt.
people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You're genetically modified?
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
So you're perfect.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
I still don't like her. No lie. I'm a fan of somebody that I don't trust. I do not. I repeat, do not trust her. Men's restroom. Oh, I gotta take a shower. Dude, if I'm just sitting here taking a shit and somebody opens this door, somebody seeing me take a shit. Same as this one. Like, they're just seeing me full on taking a shit. Cruise quarters.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, we'll miss her first birthday.
My family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
That's a fucking devoted fire right there. Sucks, but safer.
Shepard, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
Doesn't matter. I mean, the door opens. I can see them taking a piss. Like, it's fucking right there. As clear as day. Like, come on. Like, what do you expect? I can't see you. No, I can. I can see you.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Makes sense.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
Sweet.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What's the issue?
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Okay.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seemed to be doing that.
Damn. The more and more I talk to these people, the more and more I'm sounding like the fucking council is bunch of dog shit assholes.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
Loyal people.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
I like them.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
I like them a
I'm amazed
lot.
Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
Fucking right, I will. You guys are just as important as anybody else in this fucking area, so yeah. You better believe I'm gonna say something to talk to you guys.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
Actually, you guys are just as almost more important in some cases. Because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a ship running. Ooh, what's in here? Nothing. Nothing. Just blank space. Okay, must be something in the future, though. It has to be. There's a lot to this ship so far, and I wonder if they just open up later on. They have to. I mean, can't imagine them having this part of the game, these parts in the game, but nothing there to do. Okay, that's green, that goes to a different area. Alright, I guess we go to the next area. Why not? Alright, we have finished most of the extras. So let's see, we got journal. Now we have a mission. This is basically our missions. Alright, stop collector. We gotta assemble teams. Jesus. Alright, I hate to do this, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom. I have to go down. Thank you. Alright, I will be right back, guys. Alright. So we got this. And we get signs. Alright. We have a lot of assignments. These are like side missions, I'm assuming. Save this.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Alright. mercenary. You may know that he's involved in some best known. He's some utterly unknown military Omega, where he's wrapping up a current bounty. Don't worry about his fee. I've taken care of the personnel. Alright. Let's get rid of them all. So when she says that, I'm like, huh? Alright. The map. Oh my god. I fly around? Okay. Start scanner. What?
Probe away. In research projects, palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics.
What the hell?
Probe away. In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles. Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe launched. In research projects, platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment. Launching probe. Launching probe.
See, I don't get it. I can keep going with this? Like, just keep putting probes? How many probes do I get?
Probe away.
Find a field depot to purchase probes. Okay. Alright, field depot. Buy probes. Okay.
Probe away.
So you can have, you just gotta buy it. Depleted. Okay. So we've depleted everything that we could possibly get from him. Okay. I like that. Tells you how many we're gonna do. Alright. We're not going there yet. We're not going there yet. Oh my god. There's so many. Oh my god, there's so many things to do here. Okay, why do we gotta get fuel? Holy shit, there's so much! And oh my god, I'm in love. Okay, what's this? What's over here? Local cluster? let's go investigate our site. Oh. Explore? Oh, we can just keep doing this?
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe away.
Moderate.
Probe launched. Probe away.
Depleted. Okay. I like the scanning aspect. Actually going to planets with this seems to be way better than the last one. What, buddy? What, buddy? Coco? Alright, give me a bit. Alright. Maybe.
Probe launched.
You have to be patient, dude.
Launching probe.
Hot time.
Color. You know this book? And you color, plants, cut. You see that? You see scissors? You cut scissors.
Oh, yeah?
Away. Launching probe.
It's time consuming, but it's not bad. It's a lot better. It feels like I'm actually doing something to the planets. Although I don't want to just read them, or this way I can actually do something with these. Depleted. Alright. And the ship design, like, to make it so I can actually, like, oh, this is so cool. Armada. Oh shit, there's so many. Oh, and to travel in those worlds, you actually, start scanner.
Launching probe.
Poor.
Probe launched.
Still poor.
Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe.
So that's it.
Launching probe.
Completed enough. So I'm not really too worried about it. Like every planet you get to do this to? It looks like it's time consuming, but
Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe.
I wonder what this. I mean, it said something about upgrades, so I'm assuming you can use this materials to upgrade stuff when you get the chance further in the game.
Probe away.
It won't hurt to have all this right away. I'm gonna have to.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Anomaly detected.
Oh.
Anomaly detected.
So you have to go. Alright. Is there like a thing that can. Oh my.
Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe launched. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched.
Oh, I missed that one. Depleted. Good enough.
Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched. In research projects, Element Zero is used for bioamp and omni-tool upgrades, which allow squad members who have biotic and tech powers to be much more effective. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe away.
Depleted. I do like this setup. Now this says nominate.
I have detected an anomaly.
So what does that mean?
Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe. Scanners have found something.
I can land there? Woo-wee! Oh yeah, it's wreckage. It's the one I was going for. Wreckage. I don't really like the thing. It looks stupid. I'm not gonna lie, I look dope as fuck. Hey, the Mako. I placed him out of it. Why? Jesus Christ, I have remaining signs of 20 crew members lost. Brings old memories back, that's for sure. Okay, so we should definitely break those from now on, because I didn't realize that. They'll open up and give us stuff. Really? Just fall. Oh, click the dog tag. Yeah, there's stuff there. Something over there too, but we'll go there in a second. I want to check this over here. It's a helmet. Oh, I recovered my lost helmet. I should probably change my helmet, because I like the other one, but I don't wear it. Yeah, my old map thingy. About this. All the damn aliens aboard the Alliance must advance. I just don't trust them. Data, damned. Sorry, Anaquarian. What does Shepard think this is? A zoo? With Aquarian, it seems she's some kind of pilgrimage, trying to improve the lot of her home shore. I can understand that I will babysit my children or anything, but if she had to be on board, I suppose that's not too bad. For a while now, I'm taking a lot back at past entries in this journal. How blind I was at the time. I came on the ship firmly believing humanity was its own in the galaxy. Shepard brought all these aliens aboard, and there's no way we could have accomplished what we did without them. I am proud to say, die for a member of this crew, regardless of what they were born on. Presley's. He was a good man. He fought and died honorably. Another doctor over here. And looks like another one over here. Mako! Wrong fucking buttons. I am just pressing every wrong button you could possibly. I like how they're doing this. You can kind of like do like memory lane with them. And it's an optional thing. You don't have to do this. But I'm glad they give you this option. $14 out of 20. Was it good? I didn't care for her attitude, but she did not deserve to die. The way she became... she was still a good, fine soldier. Refined element 0. It seems to be the hardest one to do, because when I was searching... 16 out of 20. Still need 4 more. $17 out of 20. No, I do not want to return. Not yet. I want to get all of these dog tags. 18 out of 20. Alright, now I'm kind of like... I have done a lot of these, so now I'm kind of gotta find the... Oh, there's one. I think this is the 19th. Yeah, I need one more. Until 0. One more. Where are you? Thing is like most times it's not hard to find them because they're like right there. They shine like a beacon of light to you. Oh, this area can be accessed. And this one in here. Potential. I can't check them out. Where are you? Sneaky Dana-Tangy. Oh, I think I see it. Yeah, I do. Got him. Place the last resting place. All the missing crews have been notified and the ultimate sacrifice ships lost. Gain 200. Funding. Total credits earned. Nice. Alright. Got that. That was cool. We're not done with this area either because the scanning.
Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe.
No, I have to do it, but I gotta wait till there's something worth it.
Launching probe.
Depleted. Good enough. To this one, you can tell.
Launching probe. Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched.
Plutonium is like everywhere in this game, that's for sure. Looks like Elemental Zero is the hardest one to find.
Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe.
Completed.
I have detected an anomaly.
General distress. Beacon auto process interrupted. Parse point.
Probe away. I have found something.
Did ya? Oh, slam. Good to choose, huh? Well, since I don't have much of a choice. Oh, yeah, squad points. Yeah. Ooh. Oh. One gives him more damage than the other. We'll just do this one, weapon damage. We'll do the leader. This one does what? Going your sprint gives increased damage to bonus to squad weapon damage. Increased bonus to health. So basically, either my weapon damage or not. So this one gives me more of a squad damage. Alright. But let's save.
You're up. Gotta hurt. Got it.
I'll tear you apart.
Gun. Gun.
Alright. Eclipse targeted Agent Rawlings some time ago. We know Rawlings is connected to the encrypted. Oh, I think I missed it. Prove Cerberus' involvement in Arachne experiments. Huh? In a little bit. After my game, I will do that, okay? Without this cipher, the data would take years for it to collect. Agent Rawlings probe. Difficulty to capture, having insinuated himself on ship bounded for the Etition Traverse. He had won over the loyalty of the ship's crew, who believed him to be a human dignitary on mission to discovery. Our own agents managed to disable the ship and hobble its defenses long enough to extract Agent Rawlings. We lost a lot of men to obtain this asset. This data had better be worth the expenses. Interrogation has failed. Despite some of our most advanced interrogations techniques, Agent Rawlings managed to evade our questions. When we applied more evasive methods, he proved resistant to those as well. Eventually, Agent Rawlings' resistance caused tempers to flare. We considered it unfortunate that Agent Rawlings did not live to pass on the cipher. We have men working to decipher the encryption now. As long as we control this data, its mere existence remains a powerful tool against Cerberus.
Here we go. Mount that one.
Good shot!
Focus fire!
All it does is gives you money. There's no loot in this game. That, I will say, is the downfall of this game so far. I am loving the game. It is very fun, enjoyable, the abilities, beautiful, everything. But I'm not liking that it's basic. Whoa, what's that? I just saw something pop up. Oh, there it is. But it's basically an action game now. It's more of a shooter, third-person shooter, than a RPG, which kind of disappoints me. Hold on. If I can't get it, I need to turn around and try it again.
This computer contains the encrypted intelligence extracted from the captured Cerberus agent. The information could adversely affect Cerberus if it were ever circulated publicly.
Let's just do it to myself for now. I'm not...
Data received.
You gain experience. Why did it... wasn't done.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I've logged the beginning description data recovered from preliminary searches show that the information pertains to the delicate operations in which Cerberus was involved over the past 5 years. Should this information be released, it would severe hinder his ability to operate openly in the galaxy. It will take me a year or more to completely decrypt everything. Alright. Let's... Alright. we collected. The issue is, I wasn't done, and you can't go back. Oh, that's annoying. So I have to keep an eye out for that stuff.
Probe launched.
Probe launch. Or do I have to go here? Nope. I can't. I cannot go back. That sucks.
Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe launched.
You guys.
Probe launched. Probe away.
Korar.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away. We have used half our fuel.
I wonder what happens when you run out of fuel. Alright. Let's exit and look at our journal again. We have a couple of these missions that we have to do. Alright, we got Master Thief, the veteran. Let's go there, I guess. So I want to get this veteran. I don't know why not, but why. But, and he's right there. Okay. Enter.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate, now.
Oh, of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Arya for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife, now.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic.
Woo!
Anticipate resistance at the transport station.
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
Oh, this guy's badass. I want him.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
My contacts told me you were picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive raids even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's gonna happen to him?
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Fido Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eltel Ashland refinery on Zoya and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes.
It's a damn good shot.
I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
I like him. He's a badass. All right, we got a new one. All right. All right. I do want to collect Tali. That I do want to know, and I knew she's got to be in this game. I mean, I see her. I wonder if you can get her. I will finish this area, but I want to see if I can get Tali. Okay, so she is in this game. Awesome, dope. Okay, so...
remember we went to the store and we picked
mouse. All right. So we'll have to do that one later because it looks like it's later on in the game. So how do I get him on my ship?
I got it.
I want him over here.
I put stickers on.
Okay, so he has a assault rifle and a sniper rifle. Sweet. Squad members. All right, what does he have? Concussive shot. A massive blast that propels enemies with bone-crushing force. Increased weapon damage and inferno. Alright, well, so we'll go with this. First things first, we'll definitely increase him to max. So Warlord, increased weapon damage even further, and it makes him tankier. So either tanky or damage. So we'll just go with damage. And then we'll figure out which we want to use afterwards. So good. We got a new character. I like it. And we'll finish this area later. I like this. I did not know there was a fucking map in this. That is really good. That is so good. Looks like there's nothing here. That's okay. So we can get Tali. So I'm going to play probably as Tali unless I find something else more interesting. I do got to go to her. Can I go to other people?
And humans are blight on galactic fury. You, sir, you are a blight. You and you,
Complaining is pointless, human. I told you to get lost, lady. The plague has the whole zone quarantined. Nobody gets in.
I'm human, you ass. Humans can't get the plague. Now let me get my stuff out before looters get it.
This thing affects every other race out there. We're not taking chances. Nobody gets in until the plague has run its course.
So you're saying the slums are completely sealed off?
Finally, a human that can hear. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You can't keep me out. I'm gonna lose all my stuff.
I'm doing you a favor, human. Anybody in the quarantine zone will be dead from the plague or the gangs in a few weeks.
I didn't think Omega had any kind of law enforcement. Who gave the order to quarantine the slums?
Fresh off the transport, huh? Arya Tilok calls the shots around here. She's got her little blue hands on every business in this district. And a plague is bad for business. She hired us to keep anyone from entering or leaving the quarantine zone.
There's a Solarian named Morden Solus in the slums. I've got to get in there to find him.
The doctor? Yeah, crazy bastard opened a clinic in the district a few months ago. The Blue Suns weren't too happy when he moved in. I hear Morden's trying to deal with the plague. I wish him luck. The area is still locked down. Our orders are to wait until either the plague or the Blue Suns kill everyone. Then go in and clean up.
Listen, you're stuck here until this quarantine is over. That could take weeks. What you really need is to get this problem solved right now. That's what I do. Solve problems. Let me in and I'll get this district straightened out.
You think you can fix this? Why not? Quarantine is more to keep infected people in anyway. I'll radio ahead, tell them you're coming in.
Wait, you're stopping me, but not them? You son of a bitch.
You don't have a grenade launcher, lady. Get lost.
Plague sounds dangerous. Good thing we're immune. Really good thing.
I didn't really want to go in right in a moment. I was just gonna talk. Fuck it. I told you what I want. This guy's a badass looking. One I can't leave either. Son of a donkey.
On it. Loud and clear. After you.
Following. I'm here.
Gotcha. Got it. You got it.
Staying close.
Oh, I keep forgetting there's a button that allows me to.
Don't shoot. They're clear to come in.
You almost got your fucking head popped off. Just want to tell you that. You almost died. Right at that moment. At least this moment. You knew this. Till he fucked up.
Good luck, man. Blue Suns and Orchard shooting anything that moves.
Guess they just left the dead in the streets.
Take control at its most basic. Pile the bodies in the street and burn them.
Human. Should have guessed. Bad enough you infect us with this plague. Now you lack the decency to even wait until I die before you come to steal my possessions.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Get away from me, human. Your kind has done too much already. Your plague did this to me. Your feigned pity is the final insult.
Humans didn't create this plague.
Lies drip from your mouth like the blood from my sores. The proof is there for all to see. Your species is the only one that does not succumb to the virus. Yours and the wretched Vorcha.
I need to find Morton Solus.
Humans looking for the human sympathizer. I hope the Vorcha burn Morton and his clinic to the ground. I hope you... I hope... Damn it. Damn you. Can't...
Hey, stay with me. This won't cure the plague, but it might help a bit.
Oh, you helped me. Why?
It's what I do. I don't know if I can find a cure for this plague, but I'm gonna try.
Your words sound sincere. Maybe it's the fever. But as you said, what have I to lose? What do you wish to know?
When I find Morton, I'll tell him about you. If he has a cure, I'll make sure someone gets it to you.
Thank you. My time is running short, but at least you have given me a flicker of hope to brighten the darkness of my final hours. I don't want to die. Whatever Morton is, I will risk it if he can reach me.
What makes Morton worse than dying from the plague?
The Blue Suns tried to press him for protection money. He killed them, stunned them with some kind of toxin, then gunned them down. He's not just a doctor. Doctors don't execute people and display the bodies as a warning.
Why are you so convinced humans are behind this outbreak?
The plague is too potent to be a naturally occurring virus. Airborne transmission across numerous species, near perfect mortality rate. It had to be created in a lab. And since humans are the only species not affected, there is only one logical conclusion.
Aren't the Vorcha immune to the plague? What if they spread the virus so they could take over the district?
Vorcha are immune to disease. A human-created plague wouldn't affect them. But if the Vorcha created the plague, why wouldn't it affect humans? Besides, the Vorcha aren't smart enough to make a virus like this. They're scavengers. Sorry, human. You may not want to believe it, but all the evidence points to your species.
I need to find Morton Solus.
He has a clinic on the far side of the district. He's taking in refugees, offering to help those infected with the plague. I was afraid to go to him before. He is dangerous, but perhaps he can help.
You were talking about Vorcha earlier?
Before the quarantine, the Blue Suns controlled this district. But as their numbers fell to the plague, Vorcha moved in. The Blue Suns are fighting to protect their territory. But as the plague spreads, it's only a matter of time until the Vorcha overwhelm them.
I should go.
Goodbye, human.
Alright, so... Find matching... Find matching code segments. Locate and select the code that matches code displayed at the top left corner of the screen. Avoid red scarlets. All matches before time runs out. Okay. Totally makes sense. I like that. That's a neat one too.
Tried to claw his way out. Can't say I wouldn't do the same.
Bastards sealed us in this room. Said we're infected. Idiots can't tell the difference between the plague and a simple cough. Nothing to do now but sit tight and wait for them to wise up. Good thing we brought a deck of cards. Nobody's even come by to check on us. Never thought the Blue Suns would turn their backs on me. This group used to stand for something. When I get out of here, I'm gonna make them pay. Davis isn't doing too good. I think he really does have the plague. Gotta get out of here before he infects me too. Davis died last night. He's still talking to me, though. Good to hear his voice. The company is nice. Nobody should die alone.
Don't think he was as healthy as he thought he was. But hey! Blue Suns motherfuckers need to go. I'm gonna fuck them up as soon as I can, obviously. Hey, Zion.
Incoming.
You got something? What do you got?
This.
Oh, put them up there. I'll take them.
You need that.
Thank you.
This.
Let's go.
Get up here. Let's take them.
Tag. Get over here. Sit down. Hell yeah.
Lots of money. That's really all I'm getting out of this. Oh! So hold the button. That's how you get it so you change your bullets. Makes sense. Banning. Oh, explosive contact canisters. Alright, I have to go that direction. I don't have to go this direction, so let's go over here. Let's save it.
Oh, thank God you're human.
We saw that door open, we thought those Turians had found us. Ever since this plague started, the Blue Suns have been out to get us. They're killing as many people as the disease.
Why are they after you?
Why are the Blue Suns hunting you?
We didn't do anything. Pretty much every non-human in the district wants us dead.
They think we caused the plague. Humans aren't getting sick, and that's all the evidence they need. God knows how many of us they've already killed.
They should be looking at the Vorcha, not us. Ever since the plague hit, they've been taking over Blue Sun's territory.
You said the Vorcha moved in just after the plague hit?
Right after the district was quarantined. Vorcha are immune to diseases, so they're not getting sick.
Not sure where they came from. Never saw many Vorcha around before. Sure seemed like they were ready for this.
Only nobody thinks the Vorcha are smart enough to create a virus like this. The Blue Suns need someone else to blame. Like us.
You said the Vorcha were taking over Blue Sun's territory?
Trying to. The Blue Suns don't go down easy. The plague softened them up, but they still have enough firepower to hold some of their turf. The Turians are getting pushed back. The deeper you go into the district, the more Vorcha you'll see. Unless they see you first.
What else can you tell me about the plague? When did it start?
The first cases cropped up about 2 weeks ago.
Definitely these
Nobody
Vulture
paid much
people.
attention until it started to
Who the
spread.
hell's these Blue Suns?
Usually takes about a week to kill you, but it spreads fast. 3 days after the first outbreak, there were over 50 known cases.
That's when everyone noticed humans weren't getting sick. Then the quarantine came down and everything went to hell.
Any idea how the victims contracted it?
Not sure. Probably airborne. Even after the Blue Suns started sealing victims up inside their own apartments, the plague kept spreading. Now they just gun victims down and burn the bodies in the streets. Doesn't seem to be helping, though. People are dying by the dozens.
Tell me more about the Blue Suns.
Yeah.
They're a mercenary gang, mostly Turian. Used to run this district. Kept things nice and stable for the most part.
As long as you paid your monthly protection fees, everything was cool. Rates were pretty reasonable. For Omega, at least.
And this damn plague hit. Everyone started dying. The Vorta started moving in. The Blue Suns lost control and the whole district turned into a war zone.
I need to find Morden Solus.
Oh yeah, him. He's got a clinic on the other side of the district.
Heard he's taking in refugees now. Trying to help plague victims. Offering protection from the Suns and the Vorcha.
Sure. A doctor with military-grade mechs helping people for free. On Omega, grow up.
Sounds like you don't think much of the doctor in his clinic.
The Vorcha tried to muscle in. He gunned them down. Just like that. Pop, pop, pop. Didn't even use his mechs.
Then the Blue Suns heard he was sheltering humans and they went to burn down the clinic. He killed them too. Then he went inside and got back to work. He's cold. Must be Solarian Special Forces or something.
I have to go.
Go on, get out of here. You're just drawing attention to our hiding spot.
Dude, I will fool your face. Talk shit. Talk shit, get shit. I'll fuck you up. Alright. Oh, I thought there was a door right there. But there isn't. This is where the door is.
This might be useful.
Assault. Increased weapon damage. Assault rifle damage. Okay.
Charge him up! Gravity's one needy mother, huh? I've got him!
Definitely my favorite weapon.
My shield.
Have a nice trip. Anyone else want to? Nice.
I'm not broken.
Jedi permission. Take your eyes.
Krogan. Incoming.
Put him down.
Looks like we're in Vorcha territory. The Blue Suns have given up a lot of turf. That doesn't bode well for them.
Alright. So we collected all of that.
Hey, back off. We got here first.
Hey, what did I say? We found this stuff. It's ours. Ah, forget it. Nothing but junk in here. This place is worse than the last one.
What are you doing in this apartment? Did you kill that Turian?
What, the guy on the floor? Nah, the plague took care of him. We're just here to take a full accounting of all his worldly possessions.
Stealing from the dead. That's pretty low.
What's the big deal? It's not like they're gonna miss anything. We're just showing a little entrepreneurial spirit. The plague doesn't affect humans, so we might as well cash in.
Besides, if we don't take this stuff, the Vorcha or Blue Suns will. Better us than them, right?
No more looting.
Oh, what? You gonna shoot us?
This plague won't last forever. When the Blue Suns come back, they won't like you looting in their territory.
Yeah, well, maybe they won't find out. It's not like there's any witnesses alive to tell them.
Are some dead Turians' trinkets and a handful of credits worth that risk?
We just wanted to make a bit of quick cash. But when you put it like that, doesn't sound like such a good idea. Hardly found anything valuable anyway. Yeah, you're probably right. It's not worth it.
Do you know a Solarian named Morton Solus?
Yeah, I know him. Got a clinic right around the corner. Take plenty of ammo if you go that way. It's crawling with Blue Suns and Vorcha.
What else can you tell me about the plague?
I don't know. Started about a week ago, I think. Aliens started dying off left and right, and they quarantined the district.
Figured we had to look out for ourselves. Started scoping out some apartments, taking what we could carry.
Seemed like a good idea at the time. Guess we didn't really think it through.
What do you know about the Vorcha?
The Blue Suns used to keep them down. But with all the Suns getting sick, the Vorcha are making a push to take over the district. Don't know who's gonna come out on top. We just want to stay the hell out of the way.
Tell me everything you know about Morton Solus.
That guy is crazy. He'll patch up a gunshot wound for free, then kick your ass and throw you out when you try to grab a few painkillers.
Be honest, man. You kinda had that coming.
No way he's just a doctor. No doctor puts down a Blue Sun squad like that.
All I know is if you go to his clinic, don't cause any trouble.
The Blue Suns control this district, right?
Well, they used to, before the plague wiped half of them out. Seems like it won't be long until the Vorcha finish them off. Yeah, I'm kinda sorry to see him go. Blue Suns ran a tight ship, kept the district in line for the most part.
We need to get going.
Yeah, sure. We'll just stay here for a while. Get some rest.
Don't worry, you made your point. We ain't gonna steal nothing.
Of course I did. I mean, I didn't really talk really that much or say much in the conversation. It's like how there's a lot of coughing, but like there's nobody here. Nobody.
No funny business once you're in the clinic, unless you want to deal with those mechs.
I'm not worried.
Field is clear.
Morton's around here somewhere. Go talk to him.
Sorry, too busy to stop and chat. You should go find Morton.
Morton saved my life. I owe him everything.
This clinic is a sanctuary. If you're looking for trouble, go somewhere else.
On our way here, we saw humans looting the apartments of the dead. It made me sick.
Professor, we're running low on Suboxone.
Use Mulatto. Plenty on hand. Almost as good. Causes cramping to vegetarians. Supplement with butemurol.
Malindarin and butemurol. Got it.
Sedative is the catalyst. Bonds to genetic markers. Multiply.
Okay.
Toxic to humans. Not an option. Not an option.
I'm gonna loot, loot, loot. I'm gonna loot, loot, loot. Cause that's what I do.
Professor Morton Solus?
Don't recognize you from area. Too well armed to be refugees, no mercenary uniform, quarantine still in effect. Here for something else? Vorcha? Crew to clean them out? Unlikely. Vorcha a symptom, not a cause. The plague? Investigating possible use as bioweapon? No. Too many guns, not enough data, equipment. Soldiers, not scientists. Yes. Hired guns? Maybe. Looking for
Relax, Morton. I'm Commander Shepard, and I came here to find you. I'm on a critical mission, and I need your help.
Mission? What mission? No. Too busy. Clinic understaffed. Plague spreading too fast. Who sent you?
It's a covert and privately funded human group.
Related to plague. Doesn't affect humans. Human-centric interest. Few human groups would know me. Equipment suggests military origin. Not Alliance standard. Spectres. Not human. Terra firma too unstable. Only one option. Cerberus sent you. Unexpected.
You're very well informed. How did a Solarian scientist hear about Cerberus?
Crossed paths on occasion. Thought they only worked with humans. Why request Solarian aid?
The Collectors are kidnapping entire human populations. We're gonna find out why and stop them.
Collectors? Interesting. Plague hitting these slums is engineered. Collectors one of few groups with technology to design it. Our goals may be similar. But must stop plague first. Already have a cure. Need to distribute it at Environmental Control Center. Vorcha guarding it. Need to kill them.
I'll get in and deal with the Vorcha.
What the hell was that?
Vorcha have shut down environmental systems. Trying to kill everyone. Need to get power back on before district suffocates. Here, take plague cure. Also, bonus in good faith, weapon from dead Blue Sun's mercs. May come in handy against Vorcha. One more thing. Daniel, one of my assistants, went into Vorcha territory looking for victims. Hasn't come back.
If I see him, I'll do what I can to help.
Thank you. Told him not to go. But he's smart. Bright future. I hope.
I found a Batarian plague victim near the entrance to the neighborhood. Can you send someone to help him?
Risky. Blue Sun's Vorcha still battling. District not secure. See what I can do.
What can you tell me about this plague?
Talking is like
Advanced design. Suspected collectors before you mentioned them. Purpose seems experimental. Destroys respiratory systems with harmful genetic mutations. Makes sense to avoid humans. Unnecessary to force mutation on human genetic structure for sake of variance.
Unnecessary mutations? What are you talking about?
Possible goal of virus. Testing viable mutation levels in various species. Horrific, but feasible for collectors. Humans known to have diverse genetic background, wider range than other sapient races. Makes sense as control group.
What do you know about the Vorcha?
Cowardly, opportunistic scavengers. Not tactical or aggressive. Scale of attack unusual for them. Suspect Vorcha working for collectors. Distributing plague, collecting data. No proof, but theory fits evidence.
Tomorrow at 12. You'll have a haircut tomorrow at 12.
Okay.
Any idea where I can find
You're
Daniel?
welcome.
No. Heard infected Batarians trapped behind Vorcha lines. Daniel went to help. Warned him not to go. Too dangerous. Patients here need him. Snuck out anyway. Wanted to find him myself. Can't leave the clinic. Have to look after the patients.
Have you had any trouble at the clinic?
Nothing major. Blue Suns came for humans, made threats, killed them before things escalated.
That's
For a
nothing.
doctor, you're awfully calm about taking out a group of mercs.
Wasn't always a doctor. Some worked with Solarian Special Tasks Group. Can handle this. Advantage of being Solarian. Turians, Krogan, Vorcha, all obvious threats. Never see me coming.
He's still like a
Let's
psychopath.
head for the environmental plan.
Never see me coming. Cure the plague. So, I mean,
Guys up front.
Get out, now! Eat that! Sit down! Get over here! Come on over!
Oh, alright. That was not bad. Ow, ow, ow! Wow! Why do you have to be mean? Just be your... Doesn't give me a lot of bullets for this gun. This one. So if I pick up one of those and I'm full, it gives me just more. It gives me money.
I'm telling you the truth. I work for Morden at the clinic. I came here to help you.
We know you're spreading the plague virus. We saw the vials in your bag.
No, those vials contain the cure. Please, you have to believe me.
Maybe we should cut off your fingers. That should loosen your... Look out! Don't move. One more step and we'll kill your friend.
I know you're scared of the Vorcha, the plague, but this man isn't to blame. If he was spreading the virus, why would he come into Vorcha territory? They're immune.
He's right. It doesn't make any sense. If we release the prisoner, we can go.
You have my word on it.
Let him go. You got what you wanted, human.
Are we free to go?
We had a deal.
Human nobility. I didn't know such a thing existed.
Thank you. I thought they were gonna kill me. Did Morden send you to find me?
The professor could use your help right now. He's got too many patients and not enough volunteers.
Yeah, okay. I'll go right away. Thanks again. I owe you, well, everything.
Well then.
Trouble coming.
Hell yeah.
Whoa, that's a big ass fucking rocket that nearly hit me in the face. Wow. You guys don't fuck around.
Firing an impact shot.
Incoming.
Hostile down.
Looks like there's nothing else in this area. Alright. Alright, I think this is going to be a perfect time for me to save it and call it a night with this. We'll be back probably in another hour, and we'll probably play some Dead by Daylight. So, I'm just going to get some food in my system. Let's just... just gonna get some food in my system, and then we'll be back and play some Dead by Daylight for the rest of the night. Oh, I'm liking it though. It's really good. So I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Later.